Hey guys, are we live? I think we are, but let me just check. Some of you just give me a quick response. Yes, in the chat window, if you can hear me.
In the chat
I
window,
think
if
so,
you
yeah, I can
can
see myself.
hear me in the chat window.
This YouTube live is amazing, isn't it? We can just connect with people live from anywhere. It's like being on television. Many years ago, being on television was such a dream for us, and now look at it. Any one of us can just go live talking to millions of people at the same time. Great. So, welcome back, everyone, to my channel of YouTube on Law of Attraction. People who don't know me, my name is Mitesh Khatri, and I and my wife, Indu Khatri, we are leadership trainers and Law of Attraction coaches. We've been doing this for about 17 years now, and every week on YouTube, twice I come live. So, instead of making videos, I thought, why not just go live and do lessons on Law of Attraction, which can really help people. So today we have a law of attraction lesson on something very critical, which is relationship. Now, if you go through my book on law of attraction, there's a specific, very special chapter that I have made on relationships. But today I want to give you some clarity on how do you really attract magical relationships using law of attraction. First step, can anybody quickly tell me in the chat window what is the best way to attract love in your life? What is the best way? Whether it is in your marriage, whether it is in your relationships with your friends, whether it is with your people in your office, whether it is in your relationship with your colleagues, whether it is in your relationship with your friends, it doesn't really matter, right? You have people all around you. If you really want to attract love, what is the first principle of law of attraction that you must apply? Let's see what answers do we have. And yes, Monica Dhiman has the perfect answer, which is self love. If you don't have self love, you will not be able to attract love from anybody else in life. So, why is self love so important? Let's understand that. Self love is a frequency. Remember, how does law of attraction work? It works on energy, it works on frequency. So, when you say, I love myself, or you feel love for yourself, you're vibrating at the frequency of love for yourself first. Now, how does that make a difference? When I'm vibrating at the frequency of love on the inside, what am I going to attract on the outside? Obviously, love. Why? For a simple reason. Because now that I am vibrating at love, that becomes my frequency, and that frequency is going to automatically attract love. Remember, we are like a radio, we are like television, we are like a mobile. Anything we feel inside us gets broadcasted like a frequency, and then we attract its exact parallel frequency, its exact matching frequency in the universe, in the form of people and in the form of situations. So, are there loving people out there in the universe? Yes, there are. Are there people who are upset? Are there people who are sad? Are there people who are angry? Yes. Which kind of relationships, which kind of friends, family members, which kind of colleagues, which kind of a life partner will you attract does not depend on are you lucky or not. It depends on what your frequency is on the inside. And that's your self love frequency. So, how do you really do that? Start saying this to yourself as an affirmation every day. I love myself the way I am. I accept myself the way I am. The problem is we are dependent on other people to love and accept us. And that is why we don't find people who love and accept us, because we don't love and accept ourselves first. Does that make sense? So repeat this affirmation as many times as you can. I love and accept myself the way I am. That's one. Second, there is one thing that you must completely avoid, which is a symptom of lack of love for yourself. Here is the symptom. Like, for an example, if there is a headache, or if you're not feeling your taste buds, that is a symptom of coronavirus, correct? Similarly, there is a symptom of lack of love virus, or at least for lack of self love virus. And that symptom is called as desperation. That's right, write it down. Desperation for love. Feeling desperate for someone else's love is like being a beggar, right? Do you really feel like going on the road, taking your entire car and giving it to one beggar just because they are begging? No. So it doesn't matter how desperately a beggar is begging. It doesn't matter how bad a beggar is feeling. No rich person takes their car and just gives it to them. Maximum, you'll give them a 10 rupee, 20 rupees. Sometimes, if you're very generous, you might give them 100 rupees. Cholo, you might give them 500 rupees. But you're not going to give your entire life to that beggar. Similarly, if I am desperate for someone else's love, it's like being a beggar of love. That's being desperate. No person in the world is going to give you their entire life to you just because you're feeling bad, just because you're feeling lack of love yourself. No. Would you want to get married to a person? Would you want to be best friends with a person who's constantly like a beggar? No way. That is why it's very important that you're not vibrating at that frequency of desperation. You're not vibrating at that frequency of beggar. So come on, say this with me right now. I am not a beggar. I am full of love for myself. I am not a beggar. I am full of love for myself. When you're full of love for yourself, you are rich. You're rich. You're super rich. So then love will overflow from you. And then automatically people are going to be attracted to you. Why? Listen to me carefully. People are always attracted to abundance. People are always attracted to richness. Nobody is attracted to poverty. Nobody is attracted to beggars. Correct? Now the same thing doesn't only work for money, it works for love also. If I'm having abundance of love on the inside, if I'm rich of love on inside, I am going to attract people. I'm going to be like a magnet. People will look at me and say, hey, I want to be friends with this person. I want to fall in love with this person. I want to be with this person. The right people will get attracted to you when they see you full of love for yourself. You got to be rich first. So two things you need to do for that. I love myself the way I am. I accept myself the way I am. Repeat this affirmation as many times as you can. Second, also make sure that you remind yourself, I am not a beggar. I am full of love. I am not a beggar. I am full of love. Come on, everyone write down in the chat window, I am not a beggar. I am full of love. When you write it, when you type it in the chat window, it actually creates that frequency. Remember, words have frequency. Remember the water technique? If you don't already know the water technique, go to my channel, find the water technique video. Every word has frequency. It gives you magical results when you take water with those words. But for now, let's create those vibrations of words by typing in the chat window, I am not a beggar. I love myself. I am full of love. I am rich in love. Okay? Awesome. So that's the first thing that you need to do whenever you want to attract love in your life. The second thing that we need to do whenever we want to attract love, whether it's in our friend circle or office or personal life, look, take both your hands like this, everyone. Come on. So imagine this is you, right? So this is level 1 of your love. Self-love is level 1. Beyond level 1 is level 2, which is your personal family. Then level 3 is your friend circle. And then level 4 is your professional friends and colleagues. Level 5 is everybody outside, which means, so for an example, people whom you connect with on social media are not necessarily your friends. Just because they like your post or say they are your friends, they're not necessarily friends because you don't even know them sometimes. So level 1 is love for yourself. Level 2 is love for your family. Level 3 is love for your friends. Then level 4, love for your professional colleagues. And then level 5 is everybody beyond that. Does that make sense? The problem is this, people do the reverse. People bring the importance of love for colleagues, bosses, customers close, take away self-love, and keep waiting for getting love from their friends and family. Just doesn't work. So you've just reversed the whole circle. First, self-love. After self-love, go towards love for family. If you break this sequence and before giving love to your family, if you give love to your friends, I'm telling you, you will start attracting negative people in situations. Why? Because now you're vibrating at a frequency of only friendship more, not family more. Does that make sense? I see a lot of people who are trying to get married are not getting married because they don't have the level 2 love, which is of the family. They hate almost every member in their family. They don't get along with almost any member in their family. And they're trying to attract a life partner to make a family with. Think about it. मेरी एग्जिस्टिंग फैमिली के साथ मेरी नहीं जमती और मैं एक लाइफ पार्टनर अट्रैक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं ताकि मेरी अपनी एक फैमिली बन जाए. क्या ये पॉसिबल है? Is this logical? It's not logical at all. My level 2 love, my level 1 love is obviously necessary, but my level 2 is equally important. Am I in love with my family members? Am I accepting my family members? Or do I have too many cribs and complaints about all my family members? Am I trying to get married just to run away from my family? I know a lot of girls who are trying to get married only for one single reason. When can they leave their house? कब घर छोड़ के जाएंगे, ससुराल पहुंचेंगे. क्या होगा ससुराल जाके? What will happen when you go to your in-laws house? Same problems will be replicated. In fact, I guarantee you this. Whenever you run away from your relationship problems, the next level problems are going to be double. It's always going to be more dangerous. It's always going to be more critical. Make sense? So always learn your relationship lessons rather than running away from them. So level 1, self-love. Level 2, family love. Then go to your friends. Make sure you have friends. Focus on your friends. Give time to your friends. If you don't, now you will not find friends. You will not find good people in your office, in your professional life. Why? because you don't have good friends in your personal life. You're making sense to you? Okay. Am I still connected to you guys? Let me just check. Yeah, I think so. Yes, we are connected. Okay. So, as I was saying, level one, self love. Level two, family love has to be prioritized. Level three, friendship has to be prioritized. Don't keep prioritizing only your office, office, office. Make sure you have good friends. And then comes to your level four. When people follow this sequence of frequency, they start attracting love in their life in all areas of life. This is called the prioritization of relationships, right? Now, the last hint for today. We are doing an entire relationship mastery workshop on law of attraction. If you would like to, I'm going to leave the link of that relationship mastery workshop in the description below. You're welcome to come and join the entire live law of attraction course. It's going on live right now. And as you know, I never do recorded videos. I always do live programs, and that becomes part of my courses as a recording. So right now I'm actually doing the live recordings with people on relationship mastery course using the law of attraction. If you're interested in that, click on the link in action to attract beautiful relationships. Just fine. That's all I can say. To attract love in your relationship.
Lost you in between.
You lost me in between.
No.
Are we still here? I think we're still here. Are we still here, guys? Just say yes once again. Yeah, I think we're here. Great.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay. So what I said during those 20 seconds, Indu just reminded me that I think you probably lost me during that time. What I was saying was we are doing a live relationship mastery course. We don't have a sales page for it. We don't necessarily believe in hard selling for that. Just click on the link in the description. If you're interested, come and join the law of attraction relationship mastery course so we can help you attract love in all levels of your life. Level one, self-love. Level two, family. Level three, friends. And level four, that's right, your office comes after that, and then everybody else comes after that. Now, the second thing that we can do to attract love in your life, other than the levels of love, is write down respect. That's right. Most people think love comes first. It does not. Respect comes first. Respect yourself, respect your family members, respect your friends, then respect your colleagues. If you don't have self respect, you will not be able to give respect. You can only give people what you have. Now, let me give you an example of self respect. If I respect myself, will I allow someone to take advantage of me? No. Let's take another example. If you really love your, let's say, your younger brother or your younger sister, and there is somebody trying to take disadvantage of that person, will you allow that? No, because you love and respect your family members. So you'll push back and you say, no, this is not allowed to do in my family, right? You will protect them. The question I always ask people is, do you have enough self-respect to protect yourself first? Do you say no when you have to say no? Are you honest about your feelings to people when you have to be honest with people? Because if you're not giving self-respect, again, going by the levels, it's not possible to give a lot of respect only to your family and have lack of respect to yourself. It's not possible. If you have lack of respect for yourself, what are you going to give out to your level 2, 3, and 4? Less respect. You'll be short-tempered. You'll get sad easily. You'll say yes for things you don't mean to say yes. And then what will happen is people will take advantage of you, and then you will feel bad. And after feeling bad, the problem is you're going to take it out in the wrong timing. And then you've bounced back at a time when you shouldn't have. Just because when you should have said no, you did not say no. Does that make sense? Okay, so those were two things I wanted to work with you this week. Write down in your notes, are you taking care of your self-love at level 1, 2, 3, and 4? 2, respect at your level 1. If you are, great, because if you're not, you will see problems happening at your level 2, 3, and 4. Now what I will do is I will answer some questions in the chat window, because as usual, I like to add a little value by answering questions as well. So I'll take one of the first questions that came today was by Shweta. And Shweta said, sir, you said in the last gratitude video that because of our frequency, we change old friends, and old friends, sometimes they disappear from our life when our frequency changes. Now, how do we bring those friends back in our life, and how do we match our frequency with them again? Oh, very simple. Write down this word, everyone. Appreciate other people's frequency to match your frequency with them. Seriously, write this down. Appreciate other people's frequency to match your frequency with them. Now, what does that mean? Appreciation means really learning to like what other people like. You don't drink. And who does? Who drinks? Who likes drinking wine? Okay. Now, because you don't like drinking, when the person comes and says, "So, what do you do on weekends?" You're like, "Nothing. I just spend time with my family." Now, you ask the person saying, "What do you do on weekends?" And the person says, "Well, on a weekend, I like to drink. I take a glass of wine with my family. I like to sit with them, listen to some music." You're like, "What? You drink wine? That too at home?" Now, what did you just do? By showing that reaction, you showed lack of appreciation, or in more blatant words, you showed criticism for what they appreciate. You showed criticism for what they like. Now, whenever you do that, the frequency moves away. You and they are now vibrating at completely opposite frequencies, so the matching will not happen. So, what do you need to do? When you meet these people next time, your old friends, and if you want to tune your frequency with them, keep asking a lot of questions about what they like to do, and then keep appreciating what they like to do. You may not actually drink, but you can learn to appreciate, saying, "Oh, really? You like wine? What kind of wine do you like?" And they'll say, "I like white wine." Say, "You know what? I don't really understand white and red wine. Why don't you tell me a little about it? I'm interested in knowing. I've never heard about it." Show appreciation. That's one. Here's the second thing that we must do in relationships. If you really want to match people's frequency, now this is a very specific technique that I'm telling you. Whenever you meet people and let's say they're telling you about something that you already know, the biggest mistake that we make is we start with the two words, "Huh, I already know that. Yes, I know. Yes, I know." People always start by saying, "Yes, I know that. I know that." The moment you say you know that, you just made the other person feel like a fool thing. "Fir kyun bola isko?" Basically, that's the message that we are giving to them when we say, "I already know." So, one of the best things that you can do to show respect and appreciation in a relationship and to match your frequency with them, let's say someone tells you, "Hey, you know what? I'm reading Law of Attraction book nowadays." Instead of saying, "Yeah, I know Law of Attraction," instead of saying that, say, "Oh, really? Tell me more about it." And then they tell you about gratitude technique. Listen to them. Let them talk. Right? And then when they probably ask you, "Have you heard about gratitude before?" Say, "Yes, I've heard about it. I've been reading about it for a long time. I've even attended a course on law of attraction with this person." Then you can talk about it. But in the beginning, don't directly start with "I know." Start with saying, "Yeah, why not? Tell me a little more about what you were saying." Just do that one simple thing in your family, in your friends, in your colleagues. See the magic it does. Okay? So that was the answer for Shweta. Let's see if we can answer some more questions here today. How to improve or create self-respect? I think I have low self-respect. Okay, so here is how we do it, Preeti. First, affirmation. Tuning your affirmations are very critical. Sit at one place, command your subconscious mind saying, "I love myself, I respect myself. I love myself, I respect myself." Now, if you're interested in being subconsciously programmed by me, come and join my 30 days live challenge, where it's a challenge to subconsciously program your subconscious mind through me, where we subconsciously program your mind for success, for self-respect, for self-love, for health, for relationships, for career, for money. We'll leave the link of that in the description below. It's a 30 days challenge. Probably you're already part of it, then it's great. But even if you are, make sure that every day you repeat this affirmation to yourself. So you give that command to your subconscious mind again and again saying, "I love myself, I respect myself." That's step number one. Step number two, during the day, keep at least 3 reminders in your mobile. Practice self-respect. Seriously, practice self-respect. Show ways of respecting yourself. How do you do that? Say no when you have to say no so that nobody can take advantage of you, right? Instead of being scared of doing what you do it openly. Be honest with your feelings. When you practice self-respect, self-respect grows. When you practice self-humiliation, self-respect goes down. I hope that makes sense, right? In the Relationship Mastery course, we'll go into much more detail with that. But for now, this is the short answer for you. I hope that helps you, Preeti. Going to the next question is by Archana. "I have lots of love and respect to my best friend, but since last 1 month, my frequency doesn't match with him. I'm trying to connect with him, but it's not working. Why?" Okay, so here is why it's not working, Archana. Whenever we love someone and we are not able to match our frequency with them, even though we respect them, here is why. there is a rapport missing between two people. Write down this word, everyone, Rapport. Rapport. Rapport means what? Comfort. The comfort between two people is missing. Now, the comfort may be there for you, but probably it's missing for them. Now, why is that comfort missing? I'll tell you why. There are three things that we are looking for in each other as human beings whenever we are looking for comfort and rapport with each other. First, write this down, everyone. Similar body language. Yep. Whenever you meet people with similar body language, your subconscious mind says, oh, this person is like me. ये तो अपने जैसा है. Right? The word अपने जैसा है. That only comes from similarities. So we are constantly looking for similarities between each other. The more similarities you find, the more comfortable you get between each other. So the level 1 of that similarity is the body language. The level 2 of similarity is our tone and words. That's right, tone and words. The more you have a similar tone like the person will feel comfortable with you. But if, let's say, the other person is very high tone speaker and you're a low tone speaker, doesn't match, right? Level 3 is the most important one, which is the matching of habits, values, and beliefs. Now, this is a little bigger one. Habits, values, and beliefs. So like I said, wine. Somebody drinks it, you criticize it, you're basically going against their rapport, you're going against their level 3 comfort. So make a note of everything they like, everything they appreciate, everything that they have as a habit, what their values are. And now whenever you communicate with them, take time to appreciate all those beliefs, all those values, all those habits. Now, this will not happen in 1 or 2 days. So never come from a feeling of desperation. Remember, if you're too desperate to get the relationship back, it doesn't work. Give it a 1 month time on social media. Keep connecting, keep appreciating, and that's how slowly you get the relationship back. Okay, never force someone to come back to you. Attract them through the right strategies. That's what law of attraction is all about when it comes to relationship mastery. Okay, so that's for Archana. Next question is, please tell, how do we say no when we know they will feel bad? Okay, so here's how we say no even though they're going to feel bad about it. First, the problem is not that they are going to feel bad. You need to be honest with yourself that you are going to feel bad if you say no. The problem is, everyone write this down, looking good. Looking good means what? Acha dikhna. Human beings' biggest problem is that we want to look good all the time. Now, that's not technically possible. You cannot look good all the time. And the problem is not that we want to look good in front of other people. The problem is we want to look good in front of our own eyes all the time. And then what happens is we prioritize looking good rather than prioritizing self-respect. Is that making sense? मतलब लोगों के सामने, अपने सामने अच्छा दिखना हमारे लिए ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हो जाता है, सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट कम हो जाता है. अब अगर इसको उल्टा कर दो, सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट को बढ़ा दो और अच्छा दिखना कम कर दो, लुकिंग गुड को कम कर दो. Now, I'm going to say, hey, listen, like I'll give you an example. Okay, just today, somebody asked me in the basic LOA group, can I talk to you personally? And I said, no, my dear, all conversations happen only on live videos or group sessions. The one-on-one coaching session is only for the platinum members. Now, that person must have definitely felt bad, right? But listen, who I am. When I am clear about who I am, I don't feel bad about who I am. Is that making sense to you? When I am clear about who I am, then I don't feel bad about who I am. Are we still connected here? Did you lose me? Yeah, I think we are back. Okay, I think I'm back. So I was telling you in the last 20 seconds that if I am clear about saying no and I am okay with feeling looking bad in front of my own eyes, then it doesn't matter if others are looking bad at me. Because the fact of life is sometimes when you say no, people are going to feel bad about it. But you need to be clear about it first. Then you can easily say no. Okay? So that's the answer for Webhav. Let's go to the next question. In marriage, is our spouse reflection of ourselves? Yes. In marriage, our spouse is always supposed to be a reflection, not just of ourselves. Write this down. Our spouse, our life partner, is supposed to be a reflection of all our disowned parts. Write that down, everyone. Our life partner is supposed to be a reflection of our disowned parts. What is disowned parts? So you will observe that opposites always attract in relationships, and people are always confused and asking me, Mitesh, if in law of attraction like attracts like, then why do opposites attract in a relationship? I'll tell you why. Because you're not actually attracting opposites. That's a layman language. What you're really attracting is your disowned part. So it's actually you attracting you, but your disowned parts are what you're attracting so that you can complete yourself. For an example, a very aggressive person will attract a very submissive person. A very polite person will usually attract a rude person. Now, the more we accept each other, the more we love each other, accept each other, appreciate each other, you will actually realize we learn from each other, we adapt with each other, and we start adopting each other's qualities. So, example is, if I'm a very submissive personality, if I'm a very soft-spoken personality, I will attract someone who's decision maker, someone who's straight, someone who's very clear in their life about their decisions. That's the kind of life partner I attracted, which is Indu. I am submissive. Now, I used to be, but the more I started accepting her, because that was my disowned part, I realized that, hey, I needed that sense of clarity. I needed that aggressiveness. I needed that ability to work towards my goals, be strong in life. And I learned that from Indu. But if I would have not learned that, if I would have not owned those disowned parts in her, earlier I was disowning it. I was being irritated at her. I was thinking, why do you behave like that? Why do you talk like that? All that was my mistake. Why? Because I was disowning a part of me, which I was seeing in her as a reflection. The more I owned that, by loving her and accepting her and realizing that those parts are also part of me and they are necessary to practice sometimes, the more I appreciated that. In my reflection, instead of seeing hate, I started seeing love. And as a result, when my love for her grew, my love for myself also started growing. It's a very complex answer. It's like lesson 2 in the relationship mastery course, we go into depths of this for 2 hours. But I hope this gives you a small answer right now, Shweta. I hope you can come and join our relationship mastery course. Okay. Going to the next question. Sir, can my husband behavior be changed by relationship law of attraction? So answer is very simple. The more you own and accept your disowned parts in your husband, the more their behavior over a period of time will shift. But the first thing will not happen is that their behavior will shift. The first thing that needs to happen is you need to be not triggered. I'm repeating, you need to be not triggered and affected by your husband's behavior, because fact is that's not only his behavior, that's a reflection of your disowned parts. The more you accept him, you're actually accepting a part of you. Okay? So there are 2 ways in which you can do that. First, right hand on your heart and always remember to say, I am responsible for the way I am feeling, not my husband. I am feeling bad. He's not making me feel bad. I am being hurt. He's not hurting me. I am feeling irritated. He's not making me irritated. The more you say that, the more you realize that you have the power to make yourself feel whatever you want yourself to feel. And then you take responsibility and work towards your emotions rather than working on husband's behavior. That's part number 1. Part number 2 is very critical. Write down every single behavior of his that disturbs you, okay? And write down, how has that made you a better person, or how has that become an advantage in your life? Now, this is in lesson 3 of Relationship Mastery Workshop. We go so much in detail about this. It's called the balance of human nature. And it's part of advanced LOA only as yin yang, but we now go into depths of that, of how do we really accept 2 people's yin and the yang by realizing that the advantage comes with a disadvantage. The disadvantage comes with an advantage. So the way your husband is, he brings in certain advantages, and right now we are not grateful for that. The more you become present and grateful for the advantages that he brings, you will realize that those advantages exist because of the disadvantages that he has right now. So for an example, the strengths that he has those strengths because of the weaknesses that he has. The positives that he has, it's because of the negatives that he has. When you realize that both exist in correlation and in balance, and if you can accept both, that's love. Okay? Then slowly, not only will it stop affecting you, his behavior will also shift. And I can tell you that because Indu has made me a very different person today after 15, 17, 18 years of life. My relationship with has been more than 18 years now. But the reason I am today the way I am, because he really accepted me the way I am. Okay? Hope we can tell you more details when you join the Relationship Mastery course. Going to the next one. Sir, in job, mostly we have to pamper idiot bosses. Why? Okay. Firstly, Rajuji, the boss is not an idiot. The boss is just a part of you which you have disowned. Right? For an example, there is a part of me which is idiot. And I have disowned that part. So when we judge other people and say, Arey, yaar, isko to dimag hi nahi, this person is such an idiot. We are judging a part of us in them, because remember, at the energy level, we are all one. Right? So the answer is the same. The boss is not triggering me, I'm triggering myself. The more I accept my boss, the easier my life will get. Write down these 2 statements. Resistance causes persistence and acceptance causes disappearance. What does that mean? The more you resist someone, which means जितना जिसको आप resist करोगे, उससे दूर भागोगे, वैसे ही type के लोग आपको मिलेंगे. Resistance causes persistence. The more you accept them, the impact of that person on you disappears. Okay, hope that gives you clarity, Rajuji. Most welcome, Shweta. Chinmay is asking, thank you, Chinmay, for that compliment. Arjun is saying, sir, I want a lover. Please tell how to attract. Very simple, Arjun. Go back to the beginning of my video. I said if you really want to attract love, first, have lots of self-love and self-respect. The symptom of lack of love, desperation. Get away from the desperation. Say it in the chat window right now. I am not a beggar. Say it right now. I'm not a beggar. I'm full of love. The more you practice that, when you start feeling comfortable and loving and satisfied with being with yourself independently, then you will attract a wonderful life partner. And by the way, you may still attract a life partner, but if you don't change your frequency inside you, you might attract a life partner who's also a beggar, which means what? They are also dependent on you for love and you are dependent on them for love. That's a bit of a problem, right? Two beggars cannot give each other anything. So become rich of love because you absolutely deserve it, Arjun. Okay? We'll take only one more question and we'll close with that. Like I said, I want to always keep this short, crisp, and precise. So the next question, which works long, I mean incompatibility, similarities, or opposites? Which relationships work long term? I mean incompatibility, similarities, or opposites? Okay, all relationships that have acceptance for acceptance for differences, and appreciation for similarities, those relationships will always last long. So if you really see me and Indu, we are very different human beings. But we've accepted our differences and we appreciate each other's similarities, and that is why we have a long-term relationship. So that's how you can create it for you. Okay? Let's see if I can take one more question. So Chinmay is saying, I've started my YouTube channel from last 6 months, but people not getting attracted to my channel. Can you please help me? So Chinmay, the first thing you need to do is take one topic of your life which you are authentically good at. What do I mean by authentic? Be really authentic and honest with yourself about what you are good at and make videos only on that. If you make videos to attract attention, again, it's a little bit like the beggar frequency where I am only making videos of any type just so that I can get people's attention and likes and subscribes and comments. Doesn't work. That's a little bit of a beggar frequency. Rich frequency is when you can be absolutely honest with yourself and people about, hey, listen, this is what I'm good at. And now add value to people's life using that topic twice in a week. Instead of going on video, I would say go live. When you're live, even if 2-3 people can interact with you, they get value, that positive frequency spreads across more people, and slowly the video will go viral. Slowly more and more people will start liking you, but they will not like you because you're trying to impress them. They will like you because you're being honest. They will like you because you're adding value in an area where you truly are good at something. So for an example, there's this one lady I know. She makes a very ordinary lady. She doesn't even show her face. Because she probably is conscious of camera, she's still very shy, and she speaks completely in Hindi. But she's very good at cooking. So she takes her normal camera. I've seen her doing it. Almost all the time the camera is moving. I don't remember her channel name right now. But her camera is kind of moving half the time, and she's cooking and taking her camera and showing the food and talking in Hindi, teaching the recipe to people. She has more than 1 lakh subscribers. How? Be authentic. Forget about the video editing. Forget about the fancy of how you look. Forget about the fancy of doing something that people like. I know people will always tell you, whenever you're making a YouTube video, make a video on what people love, right? Make a video on what you love. You will automatically attract people who love what you love. Okay? Hope that answers your question. With that, guys, I am done for today. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great time. I hope I was able to add value in your life. If some of you would like to come and join our Platinum membership where you want to learn how to be personally guided and mentored by me, I will leave a link in the chat window, in the description window, that you can register for today evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. For 2 hours, I will be explaining what is my Platinum membership. This is for very few select people. It's a very expensive program. It's a lifetime coaching program called as the Premium Platinum Coaching Program. If you're interested in that, just click on the link below and register for that. You will get the email, the Zoom link by email. And before you leave, if you want me to make more videos, put in your topics in the comment section right now. What videos do you want me to make on law of attraction? Don't ask me to make cooking videos. Okay? I'm not good at it. I'm telling you now. Ask me anything about law of attraction. Ask me relevant questions, and I promise to try to make videos on that as soon as possible. Second, Did you hit the bell icon after you have subscribed to the channel already? If you have, great, because then when the next video is going live, like today evening, my team will upload the next live video with the topic. The moment that video is scheduled in live YouTube, automatically only those people get a notification who have hit the bell icon. So please make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell icon. Any of your questions, post it in the comments. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Okay? Take care, guys. Bye bye. I loved talking to all of you. I wish I could give you more time, but like I said, let's keep it short, let's keep it sweet so that we're able to really meet more regularly. I don't want you to get bored of me very fast, right? Take care, guys. Bye bye. Thank you for being part of the workshop. Thank you for being part of Law of Attraction. Let's keep spreading love. But the only way you can really do that is by being love first. Okay? Bye bye. Have a great day.